And he says one way of introducing Hinduism is that Hinduism states that you can have whatever you want. Let us use that as the key to unlock Hinduism, he says. Very nice approach, interesting approach. You see, from the very beginning, Hinduism says, what do people want? What is it that people want? These days, there's a lot of development in the field of positive psychology, especially the last 20 years or so. The American Psychology Association has done a lot of work in positive psychology, mainly due to the efforts of one Professor Seligman, Martin Seligman. And his own work has been in the field of happiness. So he has studied what is it that makes people happy. What is it that people need to be happy? A very interesting subject, and everybody is interested in happiness. Who would not want to be happy? And what he has concluded, this Professor Seligman and others also, let me just present in summary. He has made this little equation. He says happiness, happiness, is equal to P plus E plus M. Small p, small e, and small m. What is P? This is the first thing that comes to our mind when we think about happiness is pleasure. So, nice food, a party, the company of friends, and all sorts of things. You watch a movie, whatever gives you pleasure. That is the first thing that comes to our mind when we think about happiness. So he says, definitely it is a component of happiness. He starts with that, P. But he says there is something more than that. Pleasure, there are some problems with it. First of all, it does not last. Well, you don't need Professor Seligman to tell us that. This is the first insight that Indian spirituality got thousands of years ago. That pleasure does not last. After some time, we want more of it, different varieties of it, otherwise we don't get the same pleasure. Any economist will tell you the law of diminishing marginal utility. More you consume of a thing, the less and less utility, satisfaction you get from it. So, and there are many other problems. Pleasure is habit forming, you get used to it. There's a lot of trouble you undergo to get things which are pleasurable to you. And sometimes when people are addicted, they go beyond the norms of decency, of morality, or even of law, and so on and so forth. So many problems. He says there is another source of happiness. People find happiness in work, in career, what they do. So engagement, E, he calls it engagement. It may not be pleasurable. A person who's a doctor who's working hard, hours and hours, treating people, maybe performing surgeries. It's hard work, it's not pleasurable as such, but it gives satisfaction. It gives deep happiness. In fact, if you tell the doctor, you go sit and watch a TV serial on doctors, and you actually go there and work in the hospital, which one will give you more happiness? It's actually working will give me more happiness rather than watching a TV serial. A TV serial may give you pleasure, but more satisfaction comes from actually doing something which you love. It may not be work. Some people get it from hobby. Somebody likes gardening, somebody likes classical music. They cultivate that hobby and slowly they get a deep sense of satisfaction from it. Somebody said that if you get paid for doing what you love to do, then you are most fortunate. So if you love what you're doing in your career, in your job, you're earning your livelihood, at the same time you love doing it also, then you're very fortunate. You love doing what you do for a living. A pilot in an interview said, I'm a very fortunate person. They pay me for doing what I would do without any money also. I love flying. So, engagement. In any field, maybe a doctor, a scientist, a housewife, a teacher. Some people love cooking. So, different kinds of activities give us that satisfaction. And it is more satisfying than pleasure. And it's more lasting, that satisfaction. It's a deeper sense of satisfaction. And then he says there is something more than this also. He calls it engagement, then meaning in life. M, the small m, meaning in life. What does meaning in life mean? You see, beyond engagement also, beyond career also, when you do something for others, for example, unselfishly, I don't want anything from it. I don't want an award, I don't want a title, nothing. I just like doing things for other people. Maybe you teach in a school for underprivileged kids. Maybe you donate to a society which is doing good work. Something, it gives you a deep sense of satisfaction. And then he says, see, they are not equal. Pleasure and engagement and meaning are not equal in giving happiness. You actually get deeper and more deeper happiness and more satisfying experience through career and work and engagement than through pleasure. So engagement, E, gives more happiness than simply P. And if we are lucky enough to find a purpose, a deeper meaning in life, that gives much more happiness than E, the engagement.